Alright, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Feed the Beast with Sirvyper. This episode is going to be a little less of a project and a little more of an update. My frame rate is still really bad. I hope you can hear me okay. Previous recordings have usually ended up with me sounding really strange for some reason. That's why one of my videos actually kind of got a little chopped in half. So yeah, let's hope to God this situation's not happening again, or else you're never gonna see this. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, this is a little bit more of an update of what's been going on my base. I switched out basins for the casting tables because I was originally using this. Sorry, had a text message. I was originally using this to make ingots, but now I switched out the casting basins so that I can use it for glass and also for blocks. And I switched out all my aluminum because I'm never going to use this stuff for what it's supposed to be used for. So I made it blocks, and I'm probably going to actually use this for flooring in a certain part of my base, but we will find out. And I remade my Steve's cart, which we'll see in a sec, and I'm also going to make another one, which I might actually do on this episode. We'll see. I want to make a mechanical pig and put a Steve's arcade in it just for kicks. I might do it this episode, I'm not sure. We'll see how I'm feeling. Right now I'm making a lot of force ingots. And then I'm just primarily using the squeezer to squeeze my force gems into these wonderful cans, and then just putting these cans in here, and then once this runs out, I throw it in there. I'm sure there's a better way to automate it, but honestly, I don't care too much right now. This one's got my water, this one's got seed oil. So basically, I just got these three carpenters kind of doing different things. And I've been toying around with bees a little bit, trying to get a glacier bee, but my luck has just been terrible. So I kind of gave up on that a little bit. I'll probably get back to it in a little later on. But for now, that is not what the goal of today is. I'm going to show you real quick. DJ was nice enough to donate a ME 64K storage filled with a certain type of block, and then of course I have tons of it myself. But I'm going to show you what I have been really collecting a lot of is Nether rack. Look at that, 90,000, and that's pretty much half of what I've already used, and you'll see why in a sec. But I've kind of decided the more that I update this area, the more that I'm not really feeling it. And primarily, the main reason being is that, like, I looked up on YouTube and found out that just so many people are doing this. This base in a redwood tower, or redwood tree thing. So many people are doing it that it got to the point where I'm just kind of like, you know what? I don't want to do this. I don't want to be cliche. And I thought I was being kind of, I won't say original, but I thought I was being different by doing the tree thing, but then I just pretty much found out everyone else is doing it, so that's kind of distracted me. So I'm moving my base of operations, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'm going to do a quick pause on my video because my frame rate's really low. I want to make sure that I sound okay in these videos, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and yeah, I had a bunch of stuff running in the background, and it was causing some issues. So, yeah, alright. Another thing you'll probably notice is I went back to the original Minecraft texture pack. I like using texture packs, but it really gets frustrating when there's certain parts of it that's not finished, and, certain things you're still using the old textures and all the fun stuff, so I was like, you know what, I'd rather just do something that's unilateral and works perfectly than try and get all fancy with it. So yeah, so we're going to head on over here to my fourth log farm. I rebuilt this thing. I gave it a Gargadorian, I think is how you pronounce that. I gave it a Gargadorian cutter. Fertilizer seems to do nothing for these forms of saplings, so that kind of sucked, but put it in there anyway. I got extracting side chest, top chest, eternal chest, so I'm all chest out. Got a colorizer on it so I can make it blue, which is my favorite color. And then I put the planter range at 2x2 because I thought it maybe would increase the amount of logs that I would ultimately get. And then of course the chunk loader, because eventually I'm going to move the chunk loader I have here over to my new base, and I figured it would be nice to have this thing still going. Now eventually I plan on moving this whole setup over to the new base, but for now I want to at least keep production going so that way I can effectively continue. So, and then as you can see, I got my nice blue color out of it now. It's got the chests everywhere. Chests everywhere! That's what he said. Increased the slime tree farm that I got going on here, so I got a little more boil. I'll even make a slap sound. Look at that. Oh, that just sounds nasty. So yeah, so I got my my tree set up here for more green slime, and I've been using a lot of the green slime actually for slime and bigoting syringes. And that's because I was ultimately using pink slimes, but my pink slime exploded on me. I don't have another one now, so I'm going to have to recreate that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it as far as new stuff. I made a second floor, or a second basement floor, I should say, because ultimately I planned to... Oh, look at this. It's just moving along. I made a mushroom farm in here, and because of the fact that I cut out the top part and just used the bare minimum as far as roof, the mushrooms actually grew out. And yeah, this thing cuts around in a 3x3, stuffs it in here. But yeah, apparently I left some area, left some room for improvement. And then of course I moved my sugarcane farm down here and using this harvester to do that. It's actually been doing really well. You can't tell right now because I just cleaned it out, but it's definitely doing the trick. Man, my frame rate is so low. If you guys don't mind, I'm actually going to switch down to short, and hopefully that'll do the trick. I get everything on, like, stupidly ghetto. Yeah, that's a little better. I'm getting 30 now. So yeah, what I'm going to do right now is that I need some more black ink. And in order to do that, at least the easiest way to do it, I made this little tank here with pure glass. I think it's pretty much an excessive waste of glass, but I wanted this here, and then I got a rancher here, and I have a chest right here so that when this thing spits out, it's got something to spit out into. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw this safari net down there that's got a squid, and it's going to put the squid there. Now, the reason why I am sticking around this thing is because squids have a tendency of despawning if you're not in proximity of it. So, he kind of sucks. You can't just, like, leave him in there and he'll just stay. You gotta pretty much stick around this guy. And it kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? But that's why I got the reusable the reusable safari net. And basically this thing's cranking. Every time it hits that idle point, it's doing one work. And then as you can see here, I just put that guy in there, and I already got a half stack of ink sacks. So, yeah, this is a really, really effective way of getting ink through Mine Factory Reloaded if you use a rancher. And just set them up in a nice little tank, and it'll just go nuts. There's other ways to automate this, like if you have water in certain areas, and you could probably put like an auto spawn around there or something like that. You could find ways to make it work, but for the most part, you pretty much just need this kind of a setup, and it'll be fine while you're in the system. I'm going to take another quick break, and I'll be right back. And we're back. So this has been going now for about an hour, and as you can see, I've just loaded with ink sacks. Loaded. And basically I just kind of left my character AFK and just had him kind of just chilling there. So we're going to go ahead and put this stuff in the ME system here. Voila. And we'll go back down here. Pick up the rest. In fact, let's actually go ahead and pick up that squid, because I'm going to have to move out of here, and I don't want him despawning. He's precious to me. There we go. Oh, I just flew way the heck out of there. I don't know why that happened, but... Alright, so yeah, now we got a decent amount of ink sacks, and I've already ran this before, and the squid despawned, so I mean, I have quite a bit already in my ME system to begin with. So I'm totally ready. And what I'm going to end up using this for is that I'm going to use black cobblestone for the build that I'm going to do, which I will show you in a sec. But yeah, I got about, got 6,779 ink. I think I'm okay on ink. So that's a good place to be. So go ahead and put that in there. And then, yeah, so that should be it as far as changes in the actual base at the moment. But let's go ahead and show you guys what I am doing in the faraway land of Fa. And in that land, I am its king. You can call me the Fa King. Anyway, terrible joke, I know. So fly over. Ooh, I forgot because of my draw distance. I can't see much. So we're gonna go ahead and fly on over. And thankfully, because of the power suit, I can actually get there pretty quickly. DJ was complaining because he was using his advanced jetpack, and he's like, "It took 11% of my battery. What the hell, man?" I'm like, "Oh, shut up." He refuses to build a power suit because it's too popular, and he's kind of oh god, what are the name of those things? Shit, failing. It's too in for him, basically. So. It's too hip. There we go. He's a hipster. There we go. It took me a little bit. So yeah, basically, here it is. This is a netherrack floating island, and it's about 150 blocks up, and we're way the heck out. We're about negative 15,000 plus 1,100. So yeah, we're way the heck out there. And then to kind of show you what I've been doing so far, I got mobs spawning in here. Oh, maybe he's spawning down here. Yeah. Spawning down there. Okay. But yeah, so basically what I've been doing is I've just been kind of working on the curvature of the floating island, and chunks aren't completely loading for some reason. But yeah, so that's just been kind of going inward. And then I built this big block here using a filler, and essentially this is just kind of to save me some time. Once I start getting to the point where it meets this block, I'll shape it to where it'll meet up with everything else. So that way, that'll work out. But ultimately, the plan is that once this is done, I'm actually going to start hollowing it out. I just want to get this filled in so I know what I'm working with. And then I'm going to hollow it out so I got a basement and, all that fun stuff. And that kind of will start from here. And then a lot of this netherrack I'm actually going to replace with autumn grass, which is essentially just grass with a reddish color. And that is made, if we look at the recipe real quick, autumnal grass. I don't know why it's called that. But it's used by making some tapiary grass, which is just dirt with some seeds. And then, I thought there was something else for that, though. Let me see, because I thought there was another recipe for that sort of thing. Autumnal grass. Bluegrass. Not to be confused with the music bluegrass. That was lame, I know. Yeah, that seems different for some reason. I thought it was different. No, that's it. So yeah, basically I'm going to make that and use that. And I think that can be planted and all that fun stuff. I could be wrong. But I want to use it because it's red, and ultimately this is a red area. So the main reason why I'm doing this is this is going to be my new home. I mean, I want to put a air castle on it, very similar to, if you guys have ever played the game, Phantasy Star 4, where you meet the air castle. And that, I think, was a recreation from the air castle in Phantasy Star 1. So, because Phantasy Star 4 basically tied everything together. I'm a huge RPG guy, so don't mind me. But yeah, so this is ultimately going to be my new home. As you can even see by the waypoint, future home. Hey. DJ kind of saw this and he thought it was like a mothership, like it was some type of alien ship. And I was like, no, not an alien ship. You can already kind of see this little extension here, which is essentially just going to be like the entrance. I'm going to have like some trees and stuff, and this is where the books that we use from Mistcraft is going to lead. I already got this down, and this is essentially kind of like a preview of what the center is going to ultimately look like. It's supposed to look like a floating island. It's not perfect. I'm not that great at this kind of stuff, But I took on this task because, like I said, I mean, I saw that everyone was using redwoods, and I kind of wanted to redeem myself as far as having a base. Now, another cool thing is that because we're so high up in the air, we do not have to worry about mob spawns too much, at least below us. And this whole thing is built above a really large ocean, which you can kind of see, but for some reason it's just lagging so bad. So sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so once that's done, oh, we got some mob spawns over here. Got some mobs. I guess they're under me. Yeah, they must be under me. But yeah, there's a little lighting I'll have to do. Obviously, because it's a new area, I'm gonna have to. Whoa, I went way too high. Like 500 blocks up. Get down there. Oh, just drop. Splat. So yeah, with that said, I will basically be able to pretty much, I'll have enough room really to build whatever I want. I mean, the actual circumference of the circle is about 65 blocks, so the whole thing is about 129 length in all directions. So I mean, it's a lot of room. Even in the center, I'm looking at least about 88 blocks. And my math might be a little off here, but I'm looking at about 88 blocks diagonally from one end to another. So if I run out of space to build anything, it's my own damn fault. It's not necessarily that I don't have enough space for it. So once this is finished, and this is probably going to take a while. I mean, you can see I'm at layer 4 right now. I haven't even filled in the center part. I just did the curvature. But then once this is done, I gotta pretty much go all the length down, pretty much to the end of this this filler here, and maybe even a little more than that too. I don't think I filled it all the way. I think I was just doing a safe spot. So by that point, I mean it's gonna be huge. And honestly, I'm actually a little worried. I don't think that 90,000 netherrack is going to be enough to fill this in, so I might actually have to start hollowing out certain points early just so I could start reusing that netherrack elsewhere. But yeah, so that is the plan, and by my next video you should see some progress on that. Probably won't be finished, but hopefully it'll be good to go. It was really interesting with the filler because the filler works from the top down. Or I'm sorry, from the bottom up, and because of that, because I was actually building it with the circle already done, I had mobs spawning like crazy. And the thing about the filler is that it won't put blocks where mob entities are at, so I had to constantly go in there and beat up some mobs, and I couldn't really light it up because if I did that, then it wouldn't take up the block that the light was on, and it was just like, this is ridiculous. So it just got to the point where I just sat there and I fought mobs until they all died, and in the end I got tons of XP, so that was good. I was able to use my disenchanter table to disenchant a lot of the, or I'm sorry, not disenchant, disassemble table, to get a lot of the mats back from my stupid right-click accident with my lasers. And get off me, boat! What the freak? Anyway, you thought I was gonna curse, didn't you? So yeah, now that we got the black ink, I'll kind of show you what I was going to make from that. Let's see if we can actually pull up the recipe. Here we go. Nope, that's the septuple cobblestone. There we go. Cobble blackstone. So yeah, basically that. Let's see if I can actually... Blackstone. Yeah, so you got your smooth black stone, cobble, the bricks. You got your gravel, which I won't need, but yeah, all the black stones is essentially what I'm going to use to build the castle up. So I'm going to ultimately have my own dark castle, because I'm an evil bastard. But yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait for this to finish, but honestly, it's it's going to take so much work. Oh god, what have I done? See, I've even tried to beg the guys a little bit, see if they can help me out, but I doubt they're going to help me, and it's okay. I don't blame them. It's one hell of a project, so. Alright guys, that is it for this episode. If you liked the video, please click like. If you want to see more, click the subscribe button. between me, Linux, and DJ, there's always constant contact. I can't talk. Constant content. There we go. For you guys to enjoy. And yeah, every time you like a video and subscribe, it helps us in the listings, as I have preached to you constantly. And of course, if you guys have any suggestions as far as what I should do with the castle and how it should look, feel free to comment and let me know, and I will take those comments into highly suggestion, or into high suggestion, whatever the heck you want to call that. And yeah, and that's actually how I've been getting my netherrack over to the island, so I can continue to work on it, by the way. So if you were wondering what that was about. But yeah, until next time, guys, big balls.